Hey everyone, it seems these days that as soon as some new technology comes out to help mankind, it's not too long after that someone tries to exploit that in some way. Enter Chat GPT, the new chat bot that has not only taken the internet by storm, but is completely going to change the way we work. If you're not familiar with it, what it is it's AI, it's artificial intelligence like no other. It's a conversational interface that can understand natural language input and replies to us. Ask it a question or ask it to compose a piece of text such as an essay, a poem, a story, a speech, and it will gladly do it for you. And yeah, I could have gladly used this in all of my schoolwork back in the day. Now, chatbots and AI programs similar to this have been around, but what makes this truly unique is the ability to problem solve and remembers the thread of your dialogue using previous questions and answers to inform its next responses. It gets its answers from a huge volume of information that has been archived on the internet. So Chat GPT is a big deal. People have already been using it for marketing to generate blog posts and social media content. It's been used by tons of developers to generate code, making scripts, and fixing issues in any coding language. And get this, it was recently given the bar exam and passed it in just seconds. It's absolutely amazing how technology is changing at such a rapid pace. And this is just released back in November of 2022, mind you. Where we're going to be in, say, 6 months to the end of the year is really anyone's guess at this point. And that brings me to the big point of this video. This technology has already been used in ways to steal information and gain access to businesses' data. And yes, you heard me right. I'm talking about hackers, bad actors, or whatever you would like to call them. They're using chat AI programs like Chat GPT to get the information from unsuspecting businesses, and it's getting out of hand. In a webinar earlier this year with the Michigan State Police, they even said that they are expecting another significant rise in breaches and ransomware cases because of the AI programs like this. And the reason for the rise of breaches is not because of the AI programs themselves, but how hackers are using them to gain access into an organization. And how is this being done exactly? Well, what many are doing is using Chat GPT and other AI programs to create well-crafted phishing emails, and even using it to create malicious malware to infect people's computers. So you might be wondering, what about the first issue that I just pointed out? What is phishing and why is it a problem? Phishing is a type of cyber attack that involves tricking people into revealing sensitive information like passwords, credit card numbers, or even social security numbers. The information is then used for malicious purposes such as identity theft, financial fraud, or even holding a company's data hostage by implementing ransomware. Hackers have been using phishing emails for years, and this is not really necessarily anything new. Historically, these types of emails could be easily identified because of some grammatical errors or spelling mistakes. Now, they've upgraded their game by using AI chatbots like Chat GPT to make these phishing emails more convincing and harder to detect. A key point to this is that Chat GPT is able to conversate with you and remember the thread of dialogue. This means that in a scenario where someone is, say, impersonating a CEO, for example, and is asking for a wire transfer from their accountant, can be easily done, as the AI program is able to help the bad actor with intuitive replies to the email thread. So ultimately, what can you do? Well, if you work or own a small to mid-sized business, the first course of action is to get what we call a cybersecurity assessment. Many IT professionals and managed service providers have the ability to provide you with this type of information. Once you have this information and you know where your company stands, it's important to then work with an MSP or an IT provider to help to fix any holes that you might have found. It's also important to work with a professional who understands and follows what's called the NIST Cybersecurity framework, as this is the gold standard that businesses need to follow in order to protect themselves. But the likelihood of an attack happening to a company who has a strong cybersecurity posture is less likely to succumb to a cybersecurity breach. And if there was a breach, that company would recover faster with less financial impact than a company that was not prepared. So that wraps up the discussion for today. If you have any questions about the increasing cybersecurity threats and what that means for your business, feel free to reach out to us on our website at www.grittex.com, send us an email, or give us a call. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.